Hey, Astro Baddies and Daddies, this is Wine Astrology, the podcast for the witchy and the bitchy. Hey, Astro Baddies and Daddies, this is Wine Astrology, the podcast for witches and bitches. I'm your host, Nicole.
And I'm Winnie.
And we're back.
We are back. We are so back.
Are you surprised? I am too.
Honestly, same. Honestly, no. We have been wanting to reboot this for a really long time. It just seems like timing just hasn't been right for us. But here we are again. That is right. Wine Astrology podcast is back in your eardrums, and we have so much to share with you guys. Season 5, kind of crazy.
No, I am so excited to be back. I'm so excited to be drinking more wine, hanging out with my best friend, and just coming out with more quality content for you guys. I feel like this new season is going to be like fresh and fun and new. Wine Astrology got a glow up. She got a BBL.
Oh my God, don't kill me. Not a BBL, not Wine Astrology being a BBL bag.
Yeah, Wine Astrology got the glow up that she deserves.
Absolutely.
So we're so happy to be back,
Yeah.
and we're so excited to have our first episode with you guys too.
Yes. So, little preamble for this first episode. If you recognize the name of our guest, Stevie Goldstein, formerly of What's Your Sign podcast. Yes, Stevie has been on the podcast previously with her former signers and friends, Julia and Lisa. You can catch that episode on episode 27 of Wine Astrology. It was a bonus episode. It was a really cool crossover that we did called What's Your Wine? I will link that episode in our show notes. Stevie's back, and she is going to be helping us decipher the astro vibes for the remainder of this year. So strap in. It's a good episode. We have a great bottle of wine from Paradise Grapevine. It is called Party Favor Orange. We will be dropping all the deets for the wine on our Instagram at Wine Astrology, but also in our show notes, as we always do, giving you guys the link to the goods. So stay tuned.
And make sure you pull up with a bottle or a glass of wine and just hang out with us and enjoy this upcoming content in this episode.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, like Nicole and I said, we have so much coming for you this season. We have so many amazing guests, so many amazing collaborations. We're so excited to share everything with you guys. So let's jump into it. Astro Vibe Check for the rest of 2025 with Stevie is coming at you right now. Hello, Stevie.
Hi. How are
All
you
right,
doing?
How are you? You guys, we're back after some technical difficulties. Obviously, Mercury retrograde did not spare us. But we are back with Stevie, aka at Spaghetti _ which our favorite LA astrologer. Stevie, how are you?
I'm doing so well. Thank you. What a Mercury retrograde. I was on first run of Wine Astrology years ago with my former podcast, What's Your Sign? So it's really what a fun return to see you guys again and chat more astro and sip some wine and get back into it. I mean, I have like a million questions of like how everyone's doing and what's been life, and especially with 2025 because it's been really wild astro, and I hate to break it to everybody. It's not like 2026 is going to be much different. So we are in for a ride together. So that maybe was one long multiple part question, but like what's up, guys? How are you? Thanks for having me.
I know, it's really, really good to see you.
We're
You're
so
like,
Yeah.
you're glowing. Like, you're glowing.
It's like
Yeah.
whatever rough astro you've been dealing with is not showing at all.
No, no.
Oh, yeah. You know, shocking, maybe not shocking. Prioritizing rest is really, really that secret, I think. Like, trying to have, even though like I feel like I've never been busier in so many different facets from like some work things and love and life and family, but I still need like a day a week that I go to the, it's not that glamorous, go to the public pool, do nothing, read a book, no hard out when I feel like leaving, get jalapeno poppers, showered by like 6 p.m., maybe in bed by 8. Like I need one day of those a week. And I think that's the secret.
Why did that speak to my heart?
Yeah.
Taurus to Taurus, you're like, no hard outs, yes.
Mhm.
Bed by 8, yes.
Mhm.
Like, need that.
Quiet. It's just like I need a chaise lounge, just a book, like some shade, the option to go in shade for a bit, back to sun. I swim a little bit. Sometimes I'll go with a friend. Most of the time I'm going by myself, and I love doing stuff alone too. I get to do whatever me wants to do. So like that's also the benefit too of just that, you know, that rest. And it doesn't have to be so like woo, like this. I just, you know, listed eating jalapeno poppers and to be at the public pool and to like, you know, we're getting the UV, right? Like, you know, I need sun for happiness is also what I think a secret I've learned. Also, we're currently in the tail end of Leo Mercury retrograde too. So like that solar power, it can't be denied.
It was a little bit chaotic, honestly. I feel like Leo season's always a bit chaotic. For me, I think for everyone in general.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think, Nicole? Like, how has your Leo season been?
Honestly, if I'm gonna be quite honest, like my Leo season has been pretty tame. I mean, most of 2025 has been really tame, and that's what I want. I'm just trying to like center myself and just be really calm and focus on just Stevie, like you were saying about like your rot days. Those
Mhm.
are so important to me. I have to have them like once a week.
Mhm.
And it's like no cell phone. I'm so into reading right now. You should see my bookshelf.
Oh.
It's so obnoxious.
It's bursting at the seams.
Bursting with all the fantasy romance because that's my thing right now. And then I just
Oh.
recently got into Animal Crossing. So
Oh, fun.
I'm just doing that. Animal Crossing or just reading any sort of like romantasy fairy smut. Like that's my thing right now. So
You're tapping into your inner nerd, and I think that that
yes.
is a beautiful, I say nerd in a positive way. I think more people should embrace their nerdy side. It's not nerdy. There's nothing,
Absolutely.
especially for dating. My advice to everyone is always to find like a nerd who glue up. It's like the secret, I think, to life in partnership is just finding a humble nerd
So right.
Yeah.
who gets hot. Like it's just like follow the nerds. The nerds they're happy.
Yeah.
Like they're happy as a clam. So
Yeah.
like it's like I want whatever they're putting down.
They're authentic too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes,
like they
that's what it
never
is.
really fell into the trap of having or trying to change themselves because they felt like they weren't cool or whatever. It's just like their hobbies are their hobbies. Now all the nerdy hobbies are becoming popular. So
Yeah.
they're like, it's really my time to shine as somebody who's been like, what's a really nerdy anime?
Oh shoot, I don't know. A nerdy one?
I don't
No.
know, like as somebody who's been reading Mob Psycho 100 since the beginning, and now
Yeah.
it's like popping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna show all the girls my knowledge and really woo them now that it's a popular genre anime.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember in high school, like I felt like liking anime was such a dirty little secret and that I would
Totally.
get made fun of. And now that it's like
Mainstream.
I'm actually like happy. Like I'm actually happy about that. I'm not one of those nerds where like I want to gatekeep stuff. Like I'm just
Right.
like, no, I want to share it with you. Like I want to share like my love for like reading, for video games. Like my partner's really
Mhm.
into Star Wars. He always has been. So like that's
Mine too. He wears a Naboo shirt.
Oh, does he? Oh my
Yeah.
God. So yeah, with my partner, obsessed with Star Wars. And I'm like, hey, you know what? Like, if this is something that you're passionate about and you love, like I want to share that with you. So he's been getting into Lego.
You're a good partner. I'm
Yeah.
like, that's for you, but I respect
Yes.
it.
No, because you know what? Star Wars is really intense. There's a lot of lore. And Lego is really fucking expensive. Like there's like this Lego set that's like $1,000. Phil
Oh
bought
my
it
God.
and
What's
he
it
made me.
made out of?
I know, right? And,
Typical
well,
materials?
What the hell?
okay, well the thing about Star Wars is that like some of the sets are like limited, so people buy them and then they'll resell them. So it's like it's like Star Wars Lego
Memorabilia.
stocks, yeah, or that
Like,
too as
right.
well.
Whoa.
So I got
Oh
my first Lego set. It's K2SO from like Andor,
my God.
or Rogue One.
I didn't know you were like with love, such a nerd. This is a fan. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
loving everything I'm hearing. Like, well, because it's passion too.
Yep.
Like, and that's back to the Leo stuff. It's like I just want my people around me to like something to some
Exactly.
degree, like
Yeah.
be into stuff, and it can be
Yeah.
anything. And hopefully, it's like cool, non-harmful things, right?
Yeah.
Like not. There's fandoms in all sorts of realms of life, but like yeah, like Star Wars and Legos is like it's cute.
Yeah, it's a fun, healthy hobby, and like I said, like
Fun, healthy
I don't have
hobby.
to go out and like interact with people. I'm just at home, really.
Fair.
Legoing it up.
Not interacting with people is such a key component of keeping your peace these days, I swear.
Absolutely.
Yeah, more selective interactions when you can. I mean, I do think, we need each other now more than ever, but also the we're all mentally unwell post COVID. Like it's just something we can't deny, and like
Mhm.
but we do as a culture. And yeah, like we can't understand how like extremely affected we were from like going through global trauma together, and all the death and just everything. And I think too with the astrology, it's like clear more than ever that we are not ever going back to a time like 2019 or previously. We are in an absolutely new paradigm shift, timeline, era, whatever you want to call it. And like what to do with it? It's hard to be at the beginning of something because we don't know what that means or what the end's going to look like, but it's just the only thing we know. It's not going to look like whatever we've been experiencing before.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's just so hard to reconcile the fact that the past doesn't seem that long ago, but is so far removed from what our reality is now that it seems like you said, 2019, nothing's ever going to be like it was in 2019, but 2019 was 6 years ago compared
Not that
to
long
what
ago.
like now. It feels like it was 20 years ago, like I feel like
Straight up.
I emerged. This is a new era. I feel like I came into the new millennium. Like I went from the 90s to the 2000s, but it's been 6 years. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
nuts.
Well, and technology wise, it really has accelerated. Which we
AI.
thought would happen, with this, Pluto and Aquarius time. But, and we had that taste test, when Pluto dipped into Aquarius for a second, then retrograded back into Capricorn. Like that's when AI was even just first starting to get like mentioned in a more mainstream. Of course, it's been existing and being developed this whole time, but yeah, and then it was just like an instant explosion once Pluto moved into Aquarius for the next 20 years that we're in. So lots of shifts. And I guess maybe I feel that the due diligence to just say like so many people are very afraid right now, and I understand why. But I think astrology is a tool for empowerment. So if astrology ever makes you feel like worse, I just recommend people can like anything, you can step away. It will always be here, right? Like astrology will always be around. But if it ever makes anyone feel like they're losing their mind, it's not supposed to be for losing your mind, is my recommendation.
It's supposed to be for, I think, for me personally, astrology represents a shift. So it gives you the path forward. It's not predictive in the sense that I don't think anything is ever fated. Obviously, free will is still a thing. But
patterns are very real, I will say. Like the future prediction stuff with patterns is definitely it's never going to be carbon copy paste, but we can get like, oh, that strongly resembles that pattern from, you know, the 1800s that we thought it would. Nothing's ever going to be the exact same replication,
Yes.
but yes, but yes,
there's different iterations of it.
Totally.
I just think for personal astrology, I think it can show you what the road looks like, but you're still able to meet those obstacles head on, and you have decisions to make, right? And that's where the patterns come in. Are you going to repeat the cycle because it's probably something that's occurred in your chart before, or are you going to do something different and stop learning the lesson? I'm very heavily Saturn influenced right now, aspecting my planet, so I'm just like, I'm sick of the lesson. I learned the lesson, and it's like, have you?
What's happening? What's the influence?
Well, I went into my Saturn return. It started at the beginning of the pandemic, and
okay, your Saturn in Aquarius. Okay,
and I have Saturn and the Moon in my 12th house. So when Saturn eventually moved into Pisces, it went into my first house, and it's kind of been chilling there for the past like year and a half. And then it moved slowly into Aries.
I'm like, I don't know if it's been chilling, most likely.
No,
yeah.
It's not chilling. It's not. But it's been hanging out there, and it moved into Aries and slowly was edging its way towards my second house. But now it's retrograding back into Pisces,
right,
so that it's going to stay in my first house for another, like year and a half, 2 years. I'm just tired.
Yeah. Saturn's really, I know, I feel like Saturn's still kicking my ass because, yeah, Saturn return was in like my first house, and like ours was like really at the same time.
I was gonna say you're both having similar. Sounding. Are you Saturn in Aries too? Or sorry, Aquarius.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
She's a Cap rising, but like my first house is in Pisces at 13 degrees, and Nicole's is in Cap, but it's toward the very end of Capricorn.
Got it. Yes. So using Placidus, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Placidus.
Yeah, I'm same system there. Okay.
So
I'm clocking in mentally with your charts right now. So I'm like, okay, I'm visualizing.
Yes, you are tapped in, Stevie.
Yeah, so many health problems with like Saturn in my first house. And now second house, don't ever fuck with my money. Like I can't, like I feel like I just can't catch a break. So
dang.
Yeah, first health, now my money. Oh fuck no. So yeah, I just feel like I'm my ass. But so again, that's why I'm just trying to be like super zen and super centered with myself and
taking care of yourself and whatever means necessary. I mean, that first to second house journey, right? Like the first house being your actual you and you alone. Like that's the part in astrology. Like no one else is involved in the first house. It is just you. That's you. Again, whether you're going with the, mindset of first impressions or literally the physical body or whatever, like the houses contain a lot of themes because we're here to interpret those themes and apply the archetypes. Someone might see, for example, a Venus transit and really connected to relationships for you in a reading or a chart, but maybe it's showing up more money, or maybe it is showing just more up of like values and ethics not aligning with your friends or whatever it is. But that then the second house, if you think of like the chart and the house is like building a story, the first being like, okay, I'm born, right? I have a body. And then the second, like, oh my God, I have to take care of it. I have to do things. I have to go, we apply that to money straight away, which makes sense because it feels very human to be like, oh no, I'm born. Now what do I do? Like I'm born and I have to clothe myself, take care of myself, get my things, like have my resources, right? The second house things. Then if we keep going, then the third house is like, oh dang, and now I live in a neighborhood and I have ideas and I have like people around me. And I'm in the fourth house, I'm in a home. And then we just keep building these themes. So like for both of you sound like having this first and second harsh Saturn check-in, it's really about you right now. And like you being able to, define who you are, and which that can always change throughout life, but then also take care of yourself. Sometimes we are in readings, I tell people like, okay, like sometimes we're really in a time of go and sometimes we're in a time of slow. It's like we've all lived life, right? Like some years we're like out and about doing so much. There's like so much cool stuff happening. And then some years we're like, that is not my year. Like this is my year is something a lot more subdued, or, having family responsibility or dealing with health or dealing with, whatever it is. But there's just the pendulum is always swinging of like what the fuck is going on at any time. But at least you have each other. I mean, it sounds like you're both going through that similar.
Yeah, that is so true.
She's definitely like my go-to crash out person where I'm just like, bitch, I can't. And she's like, okay, I'm coming over.
And I will always be that good friend and enable her behavior. So, no.
Perfect.
This person pissed you off? Yes, they're the worst.
I hate them too.
I love. Thank you to my group chat who just validates everything I say.
Yes.
But granted, they would push back if I was wrong. But it just so happened to not be any time I go to report when I go to report to them.
Yeah, like I haven't had those issues because I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you can never. I mean, look, can we be wrong? Sure, but like. I think this has maybe just been also this Leo season, 2025 so far. We started the year so retrograde-y, and now we're in this like weird summer. There's no song of the summer, which I think just says everything like you need to know about the state of the world. It's like, do we invest in a song of the summer? Like, everyone's really cautious. And also with 2025, it's a 9-year. 9 is about completions and cycle endings. 9's the Hermit and tarot. It's all very internal. It's even though there's a lot of external bullshit. And I think, I don't know, maybe I just entered a first house year birthday wise, and I'm just feeling very with Leo season currently that we're in, and then wrapping up Leo Mercury retrograde. I'm like, I just like, it's like if I care about you, I'll like try. But like so many things, I'm like, when people like, I know who I am, and if I'm comfortable being the villain, I'm comfortable, like whatever story anyone else needs, go for it. Like I like any petty high school feeling like I'm just like we're still doing this. Like this has just been my like mindset. And again, maybe there's just so much right now that it is in shifting, very activated outer planet stuff too, that it's just like the whole mindset is shifting. So just a new time to be alive and viewing astrology.
Yeah.
We're in our 10th house perfection year.
Oh, great time to relaunch the pod.
Exactly. So I was like, it makes sense. Public image, reputation. Here we are.
Yeah, claiming your expertise and authority and what you want people to know about you too. Like, I think of like the 10th house a lot in, since it's like career centered, because it's like what we're out in the world doing, but it's also just like purpose. Like, maybe for some people when I've like in readings or it's like, oh, okay, 10th house stuff's happening, but I'm just doing this like day job I hate. I actually am doing this. It's like, well, just tell people only about the thing you want them to know about.
Yeah.
People can know as much about you as you want to share, and there's no shame in however you have to get to your dream. If we all have day job, most of us are out here doing something to support ourselves. I would love a sugar daddy or mommy. Like I'm putting out the call. I hope I'm not picky. You can be anyone as long as the bank accounts are full, that we can work with it. I wish my TikTok DMs were not bots saying, I'm a sugar daddy. I'm like, be real. Like they're like constant like fake outs. I'm like, just actually be one. I mean, me and my husband talk about this all the time. We're like, we'll do it together. Like we're ready. We're ready for our sugar parent. Just come on through.
We love that. We love a supportive. You're like, yeah, babe, I support your goals. I'll help you find a sugar daddy.
Yeah, like, no, let's do it together. Like, maybe someone will like, take us, this nice hipster couple from Los Angeles, adopt us as their sugar parent. But yeah, like, it's like however you have to build the dream, right? However you have to, whatever you need to do to get there. But the 10th house is what you share. So if like, I think about it too when people describe projects and they're like, this is my like little podcast or my little thing or my little, and it's like, why is it little? Like, why are we already shrinking? Yeah. Why are we already shrinking the project, you know? It's not little. It's like probably important to you, or like yeah, there's just really, I mean, words are powerful. We're going to learn that a lot with Uranus and Gemini too. I think like words, you know, actions speak louder than words, but words are real and words carry a lot of influence, I think, is also the main thing.
I think it's about time in the episode where we crack open the bottle. So, Stevie, we're going to show you our bottle.
Yay.
Are you going to be joining us?
I'm already there.
Oh my God, girl.
Oh
we
my
didn't
gosh.
know.
She had a head start. Wow. Okay.
I did.
Drinking.
This is our bottle. She is called Party Favor.
Looks so good.
Paradise Grapevine.
Winnie picked this one. Like I'm really excited about this wine.
Honestly, the only reason I picked it, aside from the fact that it was an orange wine, and when I messaged Stevie when she was like, "What should I drink?" I was like, "Orange wine." She's like, "Yeah, that's what I wanted." I was like, "Hey, we're in sync."
I have a lot to say about orange wine. I'm late to the party, but happy to arrive on orange wine. It's a whole thing.
They're so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Well, I mean,
underrated. They are underrated.
My tail being, I'm a serial rosé drinker, have been for years. I fucked up. I over drank it. I can like, I can't, I'm now, I smell it. I'm like, I've just drank too much rosé. Fun fact about me.
Yourself.
I didn't even know that was possible.
So I went to my wine shop. There's a really cute wine shop. Shout out to Lou Wine Shop in Los Feliz. It's really cute. They have tastings and everything. And I was like, finally, orange wines were too funky for me for so long. And I feel like when they first hit the scene, they all had like, you know, grime in the, like there was always like residue and things. And I was like, I don't know. I'm just like not, I like natural stuff, but not that like pasteurize it a little bit, like, you know, like strain the things. And then I feel like orange wines have gotten like a little less funky, or maybe a little more widely available. And my sweet friend Veronica works at, believe it or not, wine.com. So now I've had access to more oranges. And so I drank myself sick on rosé. I went to my wine guy and told him this. I was like, I can't drink a single drop of rosé anymore because I mainly just drink wine. I'll have a martini here and there. That's also new exposure for me. And he's like, that happens sometimes. He's like, that's why you're supposed to cycle through red, white, pink, orange, because like you can actually build up. He had science terms for it with like the tannins and whatnot. And I mean, never say never. I'm sure I'll return, but now I'm just going to do that to orange wine, I guess. And then until I'm sick of that, and then go back to, maybe I'll move to white wine after. Yeah. We'll see.
Or maybe you can go back to rosé. Maybe it'll be a nice reset for you. Like,
yeah, I'm resetting with orange, and now I have a photo of whatever this is. It's like fine. It was the only orange at like the grocery store one day, and I opened it like a week ago, and so this is the bottom of my bottle that I was like, must drink this now at 3 p.m. on this Sunday because I'm recording Wine Astrology. So
amazing.
Hello. Yeah. Okay, so that was my side's orange wine tail.
And then Party Favor, I picked it because of the label. It's basically these three vedettes.
That's us.
Little, it's
very Three of Cups.
Little cabaret dancers. But the Paradise Grapevine logo or mascot is like a little bird. So they have little bird heads on the dancers. But
I didn't even notice that.
So they're me and Nicole and Stevie.
Yay. I love it.
At the end, because we're both Tauruses and Nicole's in the middle with the black tights because she's an Aries.
Yes.
And yeah, honestly, we always love to be like so introspective about our wine pairings and why did we pick this? I was like, the label.
Yeah.
The cover.
Yeah, let's not be pretentious. It's just like
why this instead of any other orange wine?
Yeah,
they
exactly.
Have so many out right now.
Like cool bottle, like love the color, and then also like we're trying to support more like Toronto-based local like wines too. So that's something that we're kind of leaning more.
Yeah,
into.
I'm like, don't buy American. I can say that over here. Like, punish us. Truthfully, we like it's fine. Buy Canadian.
for us, even if we wanted to. It's
Yeah.
hard to track down now in Toronto and Canada in general.
Yeah.
Look, I will take any Canadian visa sponsored astrology work if that is putting out the call here. This is my plea during this orange wine review is
the top of my list.
Yes, keep your friends down here in mind. We are waiting for everything. We're waiting for everything to end. That is what's up.
And then so finally we're gonna practice.
Where is wine grown in Canada? Where's like I'm guessing
usually
really
in Ontario. There are also a lot of vineyards down in BC, which is in the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
They have a few low intervention vineyards in the East Coast also.
Okay.
Basically anywhere near water really in Canada.
Uh-huh.
But Niagara region is where the majority of local wines are coming from. So Paradise Grapevine. The wine is actually macerated and bottled in Toronto. Even though it is harvested in Niagara, they have the vineyards that they collect from there, and then the process for fermenting and bottling the wine is all done in the city. So I think that's why it's a really cool winery for people to get to know, especially if you're wanting to support local, just because literally you can actually just pull up to their little resto bar and then beside going to the facility where they're making and bottling all the wines.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay, stunning.
This wine has quite a few grapes too as well. It has Riesling, Marsanne, Muscat Hautenel, Sauvignon Blanc, and Hibernal. So Hibernal, I don't really know much about this grape.
It's a hybrid grape. That's all I know.
Yeah, and
that involves crossbreeding a Riesling to something else.
A Siebel. And it was also developed in 1944 at the Geisenheim Grape Breeding Institute. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know there was grape breeding.
Yes.
It sounds really intense.
It really does sound like. Well, I'm just like, it's so breeding is just so sexual. But I guess there's male and female parts with these plants. So
there are. Oh my god, I didn't even think of it that way. I was just like, oh, it's just like making mutants.
Oh my god, mutant wines.
Like making love.
I like that.
Making great babies.
Whoa.
So we're finally gonna pop this open.
Now I'm just like, you guys sounded so smart describing this wine. I'm like, what am I drinking? I have no idea. I should look this up. Oh, my wine's from Portugal. Okay.
We love Portuguese wine. Portuguese wines. Oh my god, I love a Portuguese red.
Okay.
The thing about Portuguese wines is that they're still underrated enough that you're getting really good bottles and vintages for pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Because
this is called Dao Adega de Penalva. Wow, I said that for the first time aloud there. Okay.
That was pretty good.
Not a sponsored ad.
Because Winnie speaks Portuguese,
so I know, so
really okay. So Portugal's been on my astrocartography expat possibility looky loo, but I've never been. But is this my sign? Is this
your sign that you should go? Honestly, the last time I was in Europe, I stopped in Portugal for a couple days to stay with my family, but I was mainly in England. And while I was in England, I actually met two American girls that were at Soho House in the Cotswolds for a seminar.
Okay. Everything I'm hearing is chic as hell. Continue.
They were actually living in Portugal. They lived in Cascais, which is this super fancy part of Lisbon, outside of Lisbon, close to the beach. Nicole and I actually went there together.
Yeah.
Okay, invite you next time.
Yes.
But anyway, Portugal, great place to be an expat because it's not great English, but for the most part, a lot of people can somewhat speak English. It's still relatively cheap compared to the majority of Europe, especially if you're looking at Mediterranean countries. Because I'm assuming that you're from California. You also
I can't. This is my issue. I am too spoiled in Southern California. It's like, where do I fucking go? And then it's the Mediterranean-ish zone.
I feel like you do well there because I think Portugal is I think Lisbon or something is probably like the city that gets the most sun in the world. I read this weird
Whoa.
Oh.
but yeah, like it's on average sunny 76% of the year. So,
Okay.
and Portuguese people are pretty easygoing and happy, probably because it's always nice weather there.
Yeah.
Okay. What brought you to the Portuguese language?
So I'm Angolan. Angola was colonized by Portugal way back in the day. And so my dad's family actually moved to Portugal when he was about 16-ish. It was just before he was like in high school, just before he started university. They all moved to Lisbon.
Whoa, okay.
Called Caluge. And then he met my mom in Angola, but they kind of lived back and forth. So I grew up living between Luanda, which is the capital of Angola, and Lisbon. And then we moved to Canada when I was 8.
Oh my gosh.
It was my first language.
Whoa. Okay. Thank you for sharing all this history. I'm just like blown away. Okay.
The lore
of how
the
you
lore,
get
yes.
Portuguese.
I'm like, wait, can you get citizenship? Probably, right?
Yes.
But you're like, I'm in Canada. I'm fine. Like, I don't need to go every American right now is going,
Where can I go?
Where? Who will take me?
Yeah.
And look, like I know there's people suffering around the world. It's champagne problems. Be like, I'd like to go somewhere else. Like, I'll be fine, right? Like in all this, it's just, I think aren't we all on the quest for ease? Back to like sort of what I was talking about with like these resting days. It's like life, like this should all be getting easier. I think, right? And if we're doing this right, and so. Yeah, it's hard to be in like a system right now that feels like it's being made harder on purpose. And it's
emphasis on purpose.
On purpose, deliberately, chaos inducing. It's like, great.
Okay, I'm going to pop this.
Woo!
I hope it's a good pop. Come on, bitch.
Praying.
No.
Ooh, that was.
I'll give it like a 6 out of 10.
Oh my God, that's rude.
Okay. Oh my God.
Like a 7.7.
This is, just so you guys know, this is my first meal of the day.
Oh my God.
I'm scared.
Okay, we're all going to do like a virtual cheers with Stevie.
Yes.
Say cheers, Stevie.
Cheers. Ching. How's y'all's?
Fuck, yeah, that's good.
It's so fruity.
Oh my God, it's really
really?
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's like peachy, and I feel like I'm getting tropical fruit. So like I would say like passion fruit.
Pineapple.
Oh my God, yeah, that's a good one.
I feel like I always get pineapple notes with orange wines.
It has like, it's smooth. It's like, so the tagline on the website was salty citrus circus.
Yes.
Yum. Wait,
Yes.
can you remind me the name of this wine again?
Party Favorite Orange.
Party Favorite Orange.
Paradise Grapevine.
Paradise Grapevine. I just wonder, I'm like, can I find this? Am I near me? Okay, thank you.
Yeah. I hope you try it.
I hope you got to
I know. Well, I gotta get my hands on. And I just went to Niagara Falls, but I was on the American side the whole time. I know. So once you said Niagara, I was like, wait a tick. I was just over there. I should have crossed over and grabbed a case before.
Also go to Consulman and get the peach wine. I still have to I literally have to make a trip down there. Niagara is probably about an hour and a bit of a drive from us. And yeah, we're always
we don't
down
go
to drive down
enough.
there just to pick up some wine.
Yeah,
well, the Canadian side looks insane, by the way. Like when I was researching Niagara Falls, everyone's like, go to the Canadian side. And I'm thinking, because typically Americans are psychos and Canadians is seen as peaceful, right? I was like, okay, what's the Canadian side going to be? And it's like so American over there. It's like indoor skydiving, like race car, and like casinos. And then the American side is like a national park and extremely peaceful. And I was like, oh, this feels like Inception flip flop of like what this Niagara Falls experience should be.
The key to Niagara is you have to go to Niagara on the lake. Niagara on the lake is where all the vineyards are. So that's where you get to it's pretty idyllic, small town. They have like little horse-drawn carriages in the streets and that kind
Whoa.
of stuff.
We need a
The
wine
Niagara
astrology retreat there, it sounds like.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it actually is pretty scenic and beautiful, and there's wine everywhere. And like little
That's all I
stores
need.
where they sell fudge and like handmade toys and stuff like that. But
Cute.
Niagara Falls, like the actual Niagara Falls, the touristy part that you're talking about, that's by the waterfalls,
Right.
is kind of like a wannabe rundown Vegas adjacent type of.
No, that's what I saw from
Yeah.
my research.
It's
And
not
I
wrong.
was floored. I just was like, who was in charge of this? Who made this way? Why did they do this?
Bad
The American
designing.
side was stunning. And look, with tourism, some things are just, I think there's some things that are tourist attractions that are worth it and not worth it. I think Niagara Falls is a worth it. I was blown away by the beauty of the falls, not gonna lie.
It is
I did
beautiful.
I did the
And then
boat.
from your side.
I liked the view. I mean, I went on the boats, I went in it, and then I also did the poncho and went inside a waterfall that was like a Hurricane 1 cat force winds. It's called Cave of the Winds. And it was a great time. So anyways, just Niagara is on the brain because I just went there for the first time but didn't cross the border. I've never been to Canada.
Oh my God.
I know.
I was about to ask, I'm like, have you like at all come to Canada? Because if like, please, girl.
The amount of times I have seen Canada from the shore is like outside. I'm from Chicago.
Mhm.
My stepdad's from Detroit. I've been kayaking and like across from Vancouver. I've been to now Niagara Falls. I have seen Canada
From afar.
like 5+ times and have yet to cross, and I don't know why.
Well, since you're in LA, I would totally recommend Vancouver because I went there for the first time this summer, and I don't even have the words to explain how
I
stunning.
mean, looks beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, okay,
It's
now you make me want to
everything.
go.
The air is so crisp. I literally was just on the beach staring at the mountains because
Mhm.
you can see the mountains from the beach and the shoreline.
Oh.
It's like literally the city skyline that turns into mountains, and then you just have the ocean.
There's just so much nature there, I've heard. And like,
Yeah.
I know some people who are like, yeah, like you'll be driving on the highway and it's just surrounded by mountains and water. And then like sometimes you'll see like goats, like rams. Yeah. I'm like, I love that.
Like, oh, it's to your little Aries heart.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we have a lot of like ram horn tour. I mean, because I'm an Aries moon too, so there's just a lot of we're very goat bull activated.
I forgot to
today.
ask you your big three.
Oh, perfect
We should have
timing.
done that in the beginning.
Oh my gosh, sorry, we're just yapping away.
Oh yeah, we're in. Oh yeah, I'm a Taurus sun, conjunct Venus and Taurus, Cancer rising with an Aries moon and Aries moon chart ruler.
Okay, very.
Yes. Remind me y'all's three again. I obviously know Taurus and Aries, but and then I kind of know the rising. But yeah, give it to me again.
Okay, so Aries sun with a Cap rising and a Cap moon. So
Lerv.
and it's just I love being an Aries, but I also feel like the older that I get, I relate so much to a Capricorn. Like I hate seeing this. Sometimes I forget that I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's
like a mature Aries is like a Capricorn.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I'll say it like that. And then Winnie found out some very serious news.
So I was always under the impression that I was a Taurus with an Aquarius moon and rising. It turns out I'm a Taurus with an Aquarius moon and a Pisces rising.
Oh, you had a rising sign change. Damn.
Because my mom tried to like gaslight me about telling me the wrong birth time, and we got into an argument because she's like, I never told you that. I was like, well, then who did?
I just made this up. This is important information.
Yeah. So she's like, well, what difference does it make anyway? I'm like, okay, I'm not.
It makes a huge difference astrologically. Yeah.
We're not talking about
I mean, it really did in your case. Your sign, that does change some things. Not a light change.
It changed a lot, but
does
that started to make a lot more sense.
I was going to say, did that make it connected?
It did.
You still have the Aquariusness too. So like, it's not like you didn't lose a sign. So you both are very moon rising ish or close enough sounding people.
close.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We both have really strong Saturn placements in our chart. Like my Saturn moon conjunction is pretty heavy for that Aquarius moon and Saturn. It's a pretty prominent placement in my chart. And Nicole, you also have you have your moon right on your ascendant.
Yeah. And then I have my Saturn in my
And
first
we all
house.
have, we both have 12th house.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. We're spooky
And
bitches. Yeah.
Makes sense for like wine too. I feel like it's like the senses and like the things that you connect to with the moon, but then the Saturn is that like, and here's the grapes, and this is where it's from. Like it's like all of like the facts
all the
too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
So.
Oh my god. Okay, so we already started talking about what a shit show this year has been astrologically.
Yeah.
Even though, honestly, it could have been worse.
Yeah. I think I've had worse years.
Yeah, I think 2021 still, I was like, how did 2021 end up being worse than 2020? But somehow it was.
Yeah.
We all have our low year. So, like, yeah, and so for some people, like, if you're having a great year, like, good for you. You know, like, enjoy it, embrace it. You know, do no harm and help others when you can. But yeah, it's like, I would say it's just overall I mean, even if you're having a good or bad year, this year has a lot of change. It like that is like an undeniable fact because just we have so many major ingresses that have happened and are going to then also happen again after they all retrograde and go back.
Yes. Talk about, okay, we kind of already touched on Saturn retrograding back to Pisces at the start of September. So I don't know, I feel like we've had so much happen this year already with like we had Venus retrograde in March.
Yeah.
We've had the shit that's happening now with Mercury retrograde and Leo. There's been a lot. It's been kind of dramatic, but nothing earth-shattering, I don't think. Saturn is going to retrograde. For me, that kind of sucks. For anyone really with mutable placements where Saturn's going to be hitting your personal planets. Again, we talked about Saturn and everything that Saturn entails. How it's bringing restrictions and it shows you limitations and it's kind of asking you to revisit lessons, restructure, depending on where that's hitting in your chart. Everyone's just like, okay, anyone who has a mutable rising is going to be hit by this because it's going to be transiting and hitting your angular houses, which we have talked about before on the show.
Yeah.
We talked about how important the angular houses are when reading the birth chart, just based on the themes that they cover and highlight. First house of the self, me, not great. Fourth house, home and family. Seventh house, your relationships, interpersonal relationships, partnerships, that could be business dealings, anything like that.
Yeah.
And then the 10th house, which can be your vocation, it can be your reputation, what you're called to do, how you present yourself, or you want to present yourself. But I feel like everyone gets really spooked about Saturn. It's like the big bad wolf in the astrology.
Yeah, I think like there's like some astrology words that really scare the shit out of people. So Saturn is one of them. And I would definitely say like Mercury retrograde, like of all the retrogrades, like Mercury has that as well. And like what would be another one? I would say maybe like
that scares people.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Saturn
those would be
return.
Saturn return.
Saturn again.
Yeah, I just feel like those are like the main two ones, and then like anything that is associated with Gemini, like
yeah,
like those
or
are like
Pluto.
bad buzz. Pluto.
Too.
That's a bad buzzword for sure too as well.
But,
yeah,
but it's like Mercury retrograde is like 3 to 4 times a year. I'm always like it.
Yeah, are we not used to it by now?
Yeah, it's like get with it. It's a time to chill and check in, and it depends on the aspects as be made. But like, I will never after the earlier this year that Mars retrograde. Now, granted, it was on my angles, it was on my ascendant hitting, but it was hitting that opposition with Pluto while Mars was retrograde, and that was like I can't remember the exact dates, but it was during that retrograde season, and like I will never underestimate. Yeah, I will
as a
never
whole.
underestimate a Mars retrograde opposition to Pluto ever again. It was like physically uncomfortable. I feel like everyone's like moody and bitchy and like just off. But like since Venus retrogrades and Mars retrograde, and we had both those earlier this year, and that were from the end of 2024. It's like there's not as frequent as Mercury retrograde, so I do think they do more. I mean,
Damage.
if damage is to be done, they do more damage, or oftentimes, a lot of these things in life, I was just like writing up a draft actually for my Substack. Check out Star Quality. And it was just like, I keep getting this so much. And it's brought up a lot of feelings in me of like, I'll bring up something in astrology or comes up, whether it's like socially at a party or in a reading, and people be like, so is that good or bad? And it's like, why? Like, we need nuance. I
Yeah.
get that question. I totally understand where it comes from, but like it also like brings up something in me that's like, why do we what is even good or bad, especially
Yeah.
nowadays, like after so much, like performance of, activism or altruism or whatever it is. It's like, what is this binary scale that we're trying to operate of like being a good person, being a bad person? Obviously, uh these do feel like faraway things, but we're also allowed to have like failed, flawed parts of ourselves as well. And like this urge to like, I don't know. I think because the South Node's in Virgo right now, we're having the eclipses in the North Node in Pisces with the South Node in Virgo. I just keep telling everybody like we are releasing Virgo tendencies like never before. And releasing Virgo tendencies is that need for perfectionism. I am such a slow reader, but I finally finished a book and I keep praising this book because I think it's such good Virgo South Node reading is this book called The Perfectionist Guide to Losing Control, The Path to Peace and Power. Cannot remember
Mm.
the author's name right now, but she was the therapist at Google. I think her name's Catherine something. Um, and I never identified as a perfectionist. I like things to be done well, I guess, but like I've never been like that is my title. I'm a perfectionist. But I recommended this book to a Virgo moon and rising friend, literally off the cover because it was like a cute cover, and I was like, she would like this. And so she got the book, and then she kept sending me screenshots from the quotes from the book. And there's a quiz with it. There's 5 types of perfectionists. Not a sponsored ad again. I just really enjoyed this book. I'm a messy perfectionist. And I was like, that hits. And I thought it was just an interesting take because she was the therapist at Google. So she has all these like psycho tech people who are like high achieving and like want to do so much and, can disregard their family life and disregard like the things that make them human. And I thought it was just really interesting if like she never demonized perfectionism, where like a lot of self-help books can be like how to get rid of this, how to not be a perfectionist. It was like perfectionism means you care, that you
Hmm.
have goals and that you want more out of life. And that is really cool. But not having it affect your self-worth, right? Like and how you take on yourself. And I think like I've just been in such astro advice giving mode of it doesn't mean we're done with Virgo shit at all, but I think wherever the South Node is just a reminder that doing things that way might not work. And so doing things in a Virgo way is probably like no, and again, I'm speaking from a very American perspective. Lots of stuff is happening around us right now that feels insane, especially in Los Angeles. I mean, we have like the streets are empty because people are getting kidnapped off the street. Like it is like
Oh.
sad, like it is.
Nice.
Yeah, by ICE. Like it's like you go and you're like, where is everybody? It's empty right now because like these families are staying home because they're being profiled. Like it's it's like we still like here and now, like we're feeling that. And so coming back to like things don't make sense and like rules are getting rewritten because we also have Saturn with Neptune together right now, and Saturn's going to be with Neptune for some time. And so for a lot of people, like the path isn't feeling clear, which like where we're going forward. Saturn is about clear structure, and Neptune is like, what day is it? Like I don't know, like I've never heard of clear structure before. What if we just made art? Like what if we just like, and I think there is beauty to that. I think there's like it's a real practice in being present. And it's like it sucks because I keep, I've never been asked more in my astrology life what is going on right now. Like by everybody. Like people that don't even care about astrology are like,
Yes.
what's going on right now? And so if anyone can take away anything from where we're going to be for the next definitely year and some change is, I think, operating in a Piscean mindset is going to be really liberating. And Pisceans, I mean, what a practice of going with the flow. I know it's like corny, cheesy Pisces talk, but like it's real. Pisces do skip steps a lot of the time, you know, where Virgo is like, well, A plus B equals C. So if I just do A and B for long enough, I'll get C. And it's like, but Pisces is like, what if someone invites you to letter J? Like, you can actually like do a whole new side quest. You could actually go this entirely different route. And it's hard for people to think that way. I meet a lot of really like I've met a lot of successful CEOs who are Pisces because they honestly just think in a really fucking weird, like out there way that isn't just following predictable structure. And so this is my like 2025 rant on this is just like we're in a time where like up is down. Like this doesn't necessarily mean that's going to happen. So because it's so Pisces influenced too, so where can you just like go with what feels right in your soul, your spirit, who matches your freak, if you will, and where you can just like play and experiment and like if and loosen the grip too. Like if you have to hang on to something so tightly, is it yours? Like it should choose you back as well. So I think again, all these are so much easier said than done. Like I'm very aware of this in life, but it's just really been like the medicine that I keep coming back to, even in my day to day of just like, all right, I keep my phrase of 2025 is like, all will be revealed. All will be revealed. Everything will just, I will find out things as I go, but I'm just going to wait for the reveal because like the world's going to tell you too. And your friends are going to tell you, your jobs are going to tell, like the things are going to talk back to you of what is there for you and what's not yours.
I think that's such a beautiful way of approaching like life for everything right now too, because it's like we feel like if we follow this formula that's going to be the
There's gonna
definite
be an
answer.
outcome.
There's going to be an
Yeah.
outcome,
Yeah.
and sometimes like life is not like that. And like I loved how you said like why worry about A plus B equals C when you can like find a way to get to J, and that's okay too. Because
You
I
can
feel like
skip
people,
steps sometimes.
yeah,
I
because
love
And
skipping steps.
because
love
I feel
it.
like people feel like if
Shortcut.
they follow, yeah, life doesn't have an instruction manual. So if they feel like if I have to follow step 1, 2, and 3, and that's a bulletproof, like foolproof plan, and that there's no way of me messing up. But like you can't plan life. Like you don't know what's gonna happen tonight. You don't know what's gonna happen
No.
tomorrow or next week. So don't worry about A plus B equals C. Like, you know what I mean? Like just fucking go with it, man.
I feel like whenever I
Mhm.
feel lost, I kind of really lean into all of my esoteric and spiritual beliefs. So I'm just like, I need a tarot reading. I need my chart read. What's my solar return looking like? Whatever. And everything that I've done this year has been like, release the need for control. I'm like, I am a moon conjunct Pluto native. It is ingrained in my psyche. It's in my blood. I love control, but that's literally the only thing that has served me well this year is kind of just like backing off. If I hate because I know what it is. My friend was telling me, I don't remember if it was you or if it was somebody else. Like she was like, pretend love is like taking a scoop of sand in your hands and you're holding on to it, and this is love. When you let it be, it stays. When you try to squeeze it, it falls through your fingers. And she's like,
Whoa.
stop squeezing things and expecting them to stay. Stop squeezing the sand and expecting it to remain. Even if it does fall out bit by bit, eventually you'll open your hands again and you'll have nothing left. So that's been my big lesson.
Okay.
I like that.
With the Saturn and Pisces, with the Saturn in my first house, and I also have Mars in my 7th house right now, which is making me very spicy. But my lesson has been to bite my tongue, let things go. Not everything requires a response. Not everything needs an argument. Not everything is worth engaging with. That's my lesson for the year. And that's probably why I've had a pretty peaceful Mercury retrograde, because I'm minding my own damn business.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I agree. I try to mind my business, and then drama still. And I will never, I was just writing about this. I I will never underestimate the Leo drama connected to relationships. I think relationships also get so much connected to, reasonably so, with like Taurus and Libra and like relational signs, or like a Venus retrograde. But Leo is your passions, it's matters of the heart. Does this work for me? I have been just seeing so many, myself included, like couples fights, also like unexpected, like random bouts of passion and hookups and things. And like, I was just like, oh, like noted. Like, I'm not underestimating Leo for its relationship side, or that it can bring in, because it really is like a lover as well, and doesn't get the same like lover girl, lover boy rap that other signs can
I
get.
think it's because it is fiery and passionate, so people will kind of associate it more with like a lusty thing. It's like, oh, like it's here for a good time, not a long time. But for what I know, most Leo people that I know, people with strong Leo placement, very much lover girls and boys, very much, you know, about the romance of it all. Because Leo loves the drama, and what's more dramatic than romance?
Yeah, romance, drama
so true. I mean, just a lot of come to Jesus talks with when I've heard like people like what are we? Like, what is like, it is just, it is that dramatic sort of thing, or like,
romantic confrontation. Very
but
passionate.
yeah, the rest of 2025, just since we're in this like halfway check-in zone, I mean, the big theme that I keep coming to, I'm gonna have a post about this soon too, so we'll dive deeper as well. But it's just like, this year 2025 is the taste test of the future. Since we'll include Saturn, even though it's not like part of this outer planet swing, but it's still been present in the chat. But having, you know, Pluto is now like, it's in Aquarius, it ain't going anywhere. But what is going somewhere is, you know, Uranus is now in Gemini, but it's going to retrograde back. I have like too many notes. Like, these notes are making my eyes cross, but I have all the dates. It's like, where is my Uranus? Yeah, so it's going to retrograde back into Taurus November 7th, 2025. So it entered Gemini July 7th, 2025. Retrogrades back into Taurus November 7th, 2025. Then it's going to move back into Gemini in the spring, so April 25th, 2026, where it is till 2033. So we got a taste. It's going back to Taurus, where it was since 2018, and then it's going to go full-blown into Gemini for a while. And then same with Neptune. So we had Neptune move into Aries in March 30th, 2025. Then it's going to retrograde back into Pisces October 22nd, 2025. And then it's going to re-enter Aries in the beginning of the year, January 26th, 2026. Then it's there till 2038.
I don't know.
Like, my eyes are also, again, crossing. And then same with Saturn. Saturn's a 3-year transit planet, so not as long as these other guys. And I personify the planets a lot, so that's why I'm calling them like people. But it helps me think they are characters, you know, in many ways. And so Saturn went into Aries May 22nd, 2025. It's going to go back into Pisces September 1st, 2025. So coming up in a couple weeks, and then re-enter Aries February 13th, 2026. Then it's there till 2028. So, yeah. So come like fall, where we'll generally say fall, autumn, if you will, all of these planets that gave a little nudge to what the themes of the future are going to be are going back. And I think this fall to spring is a really great time for anyone. If you are sitting in your seat listening to this podcast going like, I do not want to be in the same fucking seat come April 2026 next year. Like, I need a new job. This relationship fucking sucks. Like, I hate my fucking apartment. Actually, I don't want to live I love the sun. Some people no, I want to live where it has seasons and it's colder. Like, again, anything that is just like, if you just don't want to be in your same seat come spring 2026, I think fall and winter this year is going to be the time to concoct those plans, because we are in this okay, this is what that was. There's probably going to be more of this coming. And, you know, when I've been telling people this, they're like, wait, well, I don't like this. I'm like, so then what's going to change? So then what are you going to do to make those updates? And again, sometimes it's just starting to do the research, right? Like, when we have outer planet transits, it's not like this is all going to happen tomorrow. These are long unfolding, long ass transits. So, but having them retrograde back, having them go back into these like, going back into Pisces and Taurus, those are really squishy guys. Those are signs that we associate with like comfort and they can stay too long in a lot of things. And now they're moving into signs that are like impulse and newness and challenge and like just experiencing things that they've never experienced before. So, and my last, maybe not last rant, but I feel like my final thoughts is until basically 2028, I think towards the end of 2027, like it breaks up a little bit, but let's just like say 2028, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto are in this grand sextile together for like the next like 3 years. Like these outer planets are all in conversation with each other, and they're in a positive conversation with each other. They're in sextile and trines, and sextile and trines don't necessarily mean good things will happen. It means they all agree with each other. And so when the planet of, Uranus, change and invention and innovation, it's change or be changed time is with Uranus is usually doing that. When we have that guy with Neptune, which is the planet of dreams and alternate realities and like limitless vision, then with Pluto, like the fucking like crazy guy of the underworld who's like, yeah, like let's actually destroy this shit. Let's tower card it. Let's tower reverse card it. Like let's do all these things. It's like everything is like you can really go to you could be a whole new person by by summer of next year if you wanted to. It's giving like that scene in a movie where like someone goes away and they come back to school, they're like, that's them, like it's real. Like if again you wanted to, and if anyone's listening that goes, I want that, then that's something to know. That is something to know. Yeah. And look, sometimes we're just maintaining, and that is okay. Sometimes we've done a lot of maybe you've been doing that these last few years, but look, the updates are here and they gave us a heads up. So now with that heads up, what are you going to do with that information? Yeah.
Honestly,
I didn't mean that to end with a threat sounding question, by the way. I was like,
oh, well. No, it's the Aries moon. You're like, what are you going to do about it?
Well, I mean, literally, like, so now what? Now you know, move wisely with that.
I think, honestly, what you said before, like, it's not a doomsday prophecy. Like, we're not looking at these aspects and being like, I mean, for me, it was the end of the world when I found out that, Saturn's going to be in my first house until 2027 or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. But my astrologer said the same thing. She's like, honestly, it doesn't have to be bad. It's just telling you, like, I just got out of a relationship last year, and she was like, you had heavy breakup transits. She's like, whatever happened was for the best. This is just encouraging you to go inward. Focus on yourself. She's like, focus on yourself. This is going to be the time where it's going to be hard, but you're going to build the best version of yourself. And you can really push yourself to be the version of yourself that you want to be, but that you already, manifested. So she's like, yes, it's gonna be tough, but it's also rewarding. And like, that's one thing Saturn loves to do is if you do the work, you get the rewards. It just happens to be really hard work.
I mean, Saturn is like, I'm natal Saturn Capricorn, and it trines my sun. So maybe I'm like a little bit of like a Saturn's girl at my core, but it is like a trainer, like you don't want to do these things. We have to fucking do them. It sucks. I did like a boot camp before I got married and with this trainer girl and like, she's a Taurus too. And like, I just loved her like mantras and advice, which was like, yeah, this difficult thing that you're feeling, that is the feeling of you getting hotter. And that's what it takes. And it's uncomfortable. And it's like, if it was easy, wouldn't we all? Again, that's the part of Saturn. If it was that easy, then we'd all be doing it. There are some things that take discipline, a schedule, action. And like back to Saturn, since it's going to dip back to Pisces. And Saturn Pisces was hard. I'm not going to lie. Like Saturn Pisces was not my favorite. I know Saturn is not happy in Aries, But good Lord, after Saturn and Pisces, which was like Saturn is about structure and Pisces is about no
Not.
structure.
Yeah.
I mean, it was confusing. And I actually think, again, I don't mean to make everything political, but we're on planet Earth, so things are. It's like, I think a lot of people, if you've been sitting on the fence, which I think Saturn and Pisces has been like this, like, I don't want to disturb any peace. Like, I'm going to do this thing. And it's like, Saturn Aries is like, actually, no. This is what I believe and think. And again, this can be for better or worse on any side. But I think I feel insane giving this insights over and over, but I think it's real. Is like Saturn and Aries is like, we have to become so lovingly ourselves. And it doesn't mean that we have to be selfish, because the more you're yourself and confident and like moving in a space of like in a good way, ungovernableness, like, no, actually you don't get to tell me who I am. I'm who I am. Then we like can help more people and be there for others. Like it feels counterintuitive. Like I think Aries, and I love Aries energy. I'm partial with my moon, but I think I love that there's a part in astrology that tells us to give a more fuck about ourselves, because it's so easy to lose ourselves in our partner, our job, the news, everything. And so like coming back to like, does this really bother you? Is this who you are? Is this what you're into? And yeah, again, we've been having a taste of it thus far. And I mean, it's fucking sitting on my moon, and Neptune and Saturn are sitting on my moon on my midheaven for the foreseeable future. So I'm just like, guess I'll embrace this weird hell I'm in, and we'll go from there.
Honestly, what you said about Aries energy is why I love it so much. It's why Nicole's my best friend.
I love an Aries woman. Not gonna lie.
Thank you so much.
Top
Me
woman.
too.
The men, we,
Questionable.
guilty until proven innocent.
I
But
like
we all like them. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem, because all of us like them and they like all of us.
Yeah,
like,
that's the issue. Yeah, they're likable too much.
But listen, like what you said about Aries energy, and I really feel that about it moving the needle, is like, okay, like one thing is about Aries is there is a lot of courage there when it relates to that sign. And yes, it is the courage to be selfish and to put yourself first. But I think doing that also helps you be able, by prioritizing yourself, you can also always turn around and you are willing to help others, and you are willing to speak out for other people who maybe are not willing to do it for themselves. Once you've already kind of climbed out of the hole yourself, you then will turn back and you will help the next person and pull them up. And I think that's what I love about Aries energy is, yes, like there's a little bit of an jackass, behind it. You're a little bit of an asshole, maybe a little too direct and overt, but
it's like, toughen up, everybody.
Seriously. It's like and it's real. It's authentic. You're not.
It's the we didn't order this girlfriend. Someone has to say, like, we didn't get our fries. Because, I've always connected my Aries energy. I was just telling a friend, we were just talking about, like, this is the fun with, like, having astrology friends and peers, like, just talking about our moon signs. And I think even growing up as an Aries moon as a kid, I'd go into, like, a classroom and be like, it's fucking hot in here. Aren't we all hot? Can we turn on a fan? Like, is this, like, oh my God, the lighting is, like, so bright. Can we turn? And then everyone be like, oh, I wanted to say something. It was really hot. Like, it was the fan. And I'm like, it's because I think Aries is like, I'm experiencing this. Are we all experiencing this? And that's like Aries' gift, is being that vessel of self that can go, I know, like, let's say it's someone who's advocating for like wage equality. It's like, I know I was fucking paid less than all of you. So that's why I'm doing this fight that represents even more. And so like, I think that can be Aries' like real superpower. And I hope we see more of it as that unfolds.
We are. I know we're known as the really selfish, self-centered sign, but we're secretly for the people.
Yeah.
It's true. Well, because like knowing yourself is like, it's so like, oh my God. I mean, it's hard. I mean, as I get older, when I meet friends or friends of friends or whatever, and they just don't know themselves, people that don't know themselves, it's hard for me. That's my new protecting the peace. It's hard for
You
me to
mean
be around someone
Libras?
that doesn't.
I'm kidding.
Hey, they went through a lot with the South Node in Libra
Oh,
last year.
don't
They're
pick on
they're
them.
different. They're different now. They've changed. The Virgos are going through it the hardest, I would say,
Oh, I'm gonna
this
check on my
year.
ones. Check on
You
my
should actually, because
Yeah,
they're not used to that either. So they would like the check-in, I think.
That's true.
Um,
They're the one that checks in.
that's true.
yeah, they're really having an identity. They're having a lot. Actually, I did write like little mantra messages for the eclipses for each rising sign if we wanted to.
On your Substack?
For now.
Yes, share, please. I was like, plug the Substack,
Yeah,
but
well,
also
maybe
please share.
we'll because maybe we'll end with that. Is that like, unless there's any, I mean, I could talk. Well, I'll just come back as well. But
Yes,
any
please. We'd love to have you on. Honestly, you're our first guest this season, and Nicole and I kind of talked about how we want to expand the subjects that we cover on the podcast, because obviously we love astrology. There's so much to cover, but I feel like because both of us are, kind of into the more woo-woo side of spirituality, we'd love to have, anybody who talks about Reiki. We have our friend coming on to talk about tarot and just anything that really connects you to your subconscious self or the parts of yourself that you maybe haven't uncovered yet.
Okay, I'll
Which
send you
I
some friends I think you might want to talk to as well.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we'd love that.
Because
Yeah.
we would love to build our guest list. But then I was also like, it's our fucking podcast that we can talk about whatever the hell we want.
Absolutely.
So we kind of just want to talk about everything.
As
But
you should put out some wine horoscopes too. I would love to like be told what to drink
yes,
and get it sponsored.
that is on the to-do list.
Yep.
See, this is my dreamer self with the Saturn and Neptune conjunction. It was like, what are my dreams? List them out, and it's like, okay, now we have to do all the grunt work to actually make them
I'll send you
true.
some places. Like I've like been doing events with this place called like Cosmic Wine Club that's here in LA. I haven't tried their wines, but I know there's like an East Coast. I know there's an East Coast place called like Sun Moon Rising Wines that they do like the Zodiac wine. Yeah, I mean, you guys are just so like truly smart and funny and talented, and like I'm so happy to see Wine Astrology is back.
Oh, thank you so much. That's like the encouragement that we needed, because honestly, like even though we're excited, there was such a mix of nervousness in there. Like
You just gotta do the Saturn things. Duh.
Yeah.
It's just the Saturn stuff. Sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to say,
No,
I had to get it out before I forgot. I was like, it's just Saturn things that need to be done.
Honestly, I've been blaming Saturn about everything that's gone wrong in my life for the past
Work
4
with
years.
him.
So now I'm just like, okay, let's be friends. Truce. This
Yes.
is the truce here, and then we're back. So
Talk to Saturn. Work. Like I don't have it off the top of my head, but like stones, like wearing black, like get your blazer on. Like go Saturn mode.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of me.
Oh yeah, you're Capricorn-y.
I love colors. I'm always
color. You can wear color blazers.
Yes, I found this one purple blazer I want to buy on Etsy. I was like, everything needs to be purple and pink.
Treat yourself.
Yeah,
Fabulous. I mean, you are Pisces rising now that I'm hearing. Well, let's go. So these like little snippets of like maybe what each sign to expect. And if you don't know your rising, you can read like sun sign horoscopes are written for this as well. So like apply this to your sun sign if you don't know your rising. It's all good. But I was just thinking, because you were wrote to me when we were about to get on about like, oh, like maybe something for each sign. And I was like, okay, let's go eclipses. Even though, spoiler alert, there's not much you can do with eclipses. There's the debate of like, should you manifest? Should you not? I'm like a big, like eclipses are when we kind of give it up to God. Like whatever's going to come in is going to come in. Whatever's going to leave is going to leave. And I think of it kind of like the genie. Like if you, like, I'm not a cop, so do whatever you want. But like, if you want to manifest during an eclipse, I think of it like being like, I want a house. And it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna get a house. Oh, because like my whole family died and I got an inheritance. Like, I don't know. Like and that I don't want to fear monger or sound extreme, but it's like it seems a little, it's too chaotic. It's a little too wild. Like I'm always like, it's like I want a job, but then you like, I don't know. Like it just can be like, aha, you didn't say it this way. Like it's too out there. There's too many nuances. So I'm always like, during eclipse time, I'm just gonna like, I'm not working with the magic. I'm going to listen to what it's telling me. And so these might be some of the things that are being expressed to you during this eclipse time. But also, this is just during this nodal time. We're going to have the nodes in Pisces, North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo till early 2027, I think. I don't quote me. I know there's at least an eclipses in Virgo until February 20th, 2027. So like we're in this right now. And so here, let's go sign by sign. But for Aries risings, and this is going off of, I'm going with the Pisces North Node as the compass, because as I mentioned, South Node, Virgo, we're maybe releasing some of our Virgo tendencies. It doesn't mean we won't do Virgo things again, but right now we might just get more benefit if we follow the Pisces compass, the Pisces arrow. And so for Aries, for Pisces, this is going to be going through their Aries rising through their 12th house. It's just knowing that you're not crazy and knowing that your back to compass is like your internal compass is real and it's strong, and that maybe everyone's been telling you like you're the problem, but like, and not to like gas them up too hard either, but knowing like this is just not the case. So in this time too, like, if you get that bad feeling, if you get that thing, or like, oh, that person's maybe not being 100 with me, like that's real information. Again, I know feelings aren't facts, but feelings are extremely helpful when making decisions, and to not discount them, especially just right now when Pisces is really zapping that 12th house with a lot of like extra knowledge and power that isn't always available.
Yeah.
And that goes for the Aries people.
I was like, feelings are it's news to me. My intuition's pretty on point when I choose to acknowledge her.
Yeah, I feel the same way too about myself. I'm just like, I'm a psychic.
Totally. I mean, like feelings are great. But for Aries too, I think like it's just like listening to them extra strongly. Sorry, I needed to plug my computer in and it is not. 1 second.
I heard the little tick.
Okay. Yeah. Now we're in. For Taurus rising, it's going through this North Node and Pisces going through the 11th house. And the future, since the 11th house is connected to the future and our goals and where we're going, and also community, that the future can be really fun and free and expressive, and that the people around you are going to bring you to that too. This is very evil eye energy, like, right? This is very, like being around the people that are doing the things you want to do is going to be very impactful. It doesn't mean we have to be cloudy, climber, chasery. It's just like, if you're around people who keep saying things are impossible, then things are going to be pretty impossible. But if you're around people that are doing the things that you want to see for yourself, like I don't know, it's just like attracts like, and I think that's like going to be really also extra strong for this next year ahead. So get in the spaces you want to be in and be around the people that also can see that long-term big goal with you and aren't like, what do you mean? Like, that's impossible. That it's doable.
So what I'm hearing is surrounding yourself with good people, having a good community, and just being like, I guess, with like mind-like people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Especially if there is like if you've always wanted to, be an astrologer, then you got to hang out. Like sometimes you got to be in those circles, like, and be like, I mean, and look, I know sometimes, and I've had this is the beauty of podcasting. Like I've had people reach out who are like, I live in a small town and like, this is how I get my astrology. Like I don't have anyone to talk to about this. I mean, those can be online spaces too. It doesn't always have to be in person, but being in the realms of what you want to build is impactful and is a big part of that dream building too.
Yeah.
For the Gemini risings, this is going through their 10th, this North Node in Pisces, and their influence is influencing like their life path right now can actually be, and I think this is also just a big umbrella theme for Pisces North Node, is like things can actually be really much cooler and fun and free and wild than you think it's possible. And I know some people are like, wait, I'm an accountant. What do you mean? It's like, well, then what else is part of that? If that's not, doesn't feel wild and free to you, like if that is not part of this loving, expressing story, because Pisces is here to feel and to like vibe out. And so too with Gemini, it's like anything that you're going towards, like, is going to be more accessible, especially if maybe you've put like art on the back burner. Maybe you do work something corporate, but you've always like crafted or knitted and like have put it away. It's like, this is going to be bringing you even more into your power, even if you feel like it's totally unrelated. Like nurturing art is such the Pisces North Node time. Like art more than anything, especially since we're in AI slop time right now. Like we literally need original brains making original things. And especially for Gemini risings, they have so much usually express and share. So like get it out.
Hell yeah.
You know
Yes.
what? Weird. I've never really met anybody who has a Gemini rising before.
Oh really?
I know. Yeah. When I
No.
think about it, yeah.
Because usually, like, as you're saying this, I was like, I know an Aries rising, and she does really need to tap into her intuition, because she does have those moments where she's just like, I don't know if I'm going nuts, and I'm just like, no, girl, like, this is valid, whatever. Taurus risings, I know some Taurus risings.
You're like, go play it back for her than this. I was
I
raised
will.
by a Gemini rising mother, so
I feel like
I
my
know
mother is a Gemini
Oh.
rising, but
I know this. I know them very well. I'm like, I don't have any other friends that are Gemini. I have a lot of Gemini moons around me. Those
my
kooky
mom's a
queens.
Gemini moon.
Yeah, Phil's a Gemini moon,
Is
but
he?
yeah.
That's her boyfriend.
Yeah. So, and as I forgot to say, apply these to all the people you know as we go. Yeah, as we do in astrology, it's like, yeah, they need that. Actually,
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah.
she's
That's
right.
We're actually already. We've been doing that.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
We're
wait, I
we
don't
stand
know
on
it.
business. Yeah.
Yes. I love how you're like, wait, should I just skip to y'all's rising? No, I'm just kidding.
We're like patiently waiting.
I know.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, let's forget the other sides. No, I'm just
We'll
kidding.
save the best for last-ish. Cancer rising in the 9th house, leave your house, see new things and collect experiences. This is, and then the 9th house is where we have international travel. This can also be, we find college here and spirituality and astrology. This is just like expand your mind. Like you can actually, be surprised. And I think, I'm a Cancer rising. I know the Cancer risings love their comforts and home and the things, but also Jupiter's in Cancer right now. I glazed over this for the end of 2025. This Jupiter and thank God Jupiter's in Cancer. Can you imagine if Jupiter was somewhere shittier right now? Like we need Jupiter in Cancer, and Jupiter in Cancer has been, it's an auspicious place, and it is that place. Remember, we are ourselves, like we are home in ourselves, and like we can enjoy things and feel like family and connected in this, and like build with people. Cancer is so good of starting those like emotionally difficult conversations as well. So like, get out the fuck out of your house and go like take a and when you go through the, like, again, see new things. Like it's not just going back to that same place you've been over and over. Like collect new information.
That's going to be really hard for Cancerians because they're such homebodies, and I think it's hard for them to come out of their comfort zone a little bit. Like
my friend who's a Cancer rising has been. Like she went full hermit mode during COVID, and it was only last year that she started like
oh
going out
wow.
again and going out again. And now she's the
Out the
one who's
house.
messaging me being like, are you doing anything this weekend? Like, do you want to do something? Like sending me links to all this stuff.
Mhm.
So I feel like it's been good for her.
Okay, that's good. So
I hope it
she's working with
continues.
that.
I think Cancers can be some of the biggest party girls of the zodiac when the conditions are correct. They want to know who's there. Usually, it's not even so much about like. It's not even so much about leaving the house. It's like who's gonna be there, and like what's the like other people sort of vibe. But also with COVID, because that was, we were in that Saturn and Capricorn going into Saturn Aquarius time. Like that was opposite their sun. There's a lot going on, I think, there for the Cancer. So it makes sense to literally with shutting in, but also like maybe emotionally. Yeah. Book a trip for the Cancer risings. It's time to like go. And those trips, the 9th house too, can be like retreats, or like if you've always wanted to do a week-long astrology wine workshop or something. Like this isn't just frivolous shit. This is actually like going to be a powerful tool for whatever it is that you're applying into your life goals. It's not just
This is
vacay.
really good
It's
advice.
like
This
it's
is
good
really
for the
good advice.
brain.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
steal the Cancer advice and apply it to
Yeah.
Go for it. Yes, you can spiritually take that in. Yeah, and if anything ever feels good, if you're like, wait, I needed to hear that. It's like, again, this is why astrology. It's like here to connect synapses for us. It's here to like be like, we know all this stuff inside. Like it's then bringing it out to the earth realm. Leo risings, for them, a reminder that being in love isn't a prison and being with others isn't a burden, and that compatibility is not that complicated. There's many memes, but like it's, if you both like each other, it's not that hard. And I think Leo risings, I think love that attention and love. They can be way more Leo-y than Leos a lot of the time. And I think because it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's like Leo risings have that like little sister energy. Like I can be just like the big sister Leo. And it's like they really have that shine. And like I have so many Leo risings friends. I love them. But it's also like, it's like they're so cool. Like, are you just keeping people around because like you're holding this afloat? Like making sure there's reciprocity in these partnerships, since this is in the 8th house where you're really merging in a really deeply connected way with others. Not just keeping fans around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that too. Like that's such Leo energy where it's just kind of like you're a romantic at like deep down, but it's like how are you reciprocating, and not just only like you also have to give if you want to receive too as well. Like sorry Leos, I hate to throw shade like that, but it's kind of like you can't just always want, like you have to give to as well. And like any of like my Leo friends, like I see this where they're just like, I want to be the only star in your sky, but it's also like, what are you doing for your partner too as well? I'm sorry, I know it sounds really mean, but this is very important. So Leos, listen.
If you want to be the only sky, then you're a star. You're gonna have to give them the sky.
Yep, there we go.
You hang out the sky and then you show up.
Yep, exactly. Sorry, guys.
And like, again, this is just the North Node component, right? Like this is about where we can come into our purpose for the year ahead too. And so like, again, if you just are surrounding yourselves with like clapping, like, oh, they clap and laugh, and like, or maybe it's those friends that are just party friends or whatever. If you're looking for deeper connections, it's not just going to be, it's going to be people that challenge you back too with the Leos. And I think they can have trouble with that a lot of the time because they're like, they're like, shut up and tell me I'm pretty. Virgos rising, so this is in their 7th house, and it's just that reminder that they can be cared for, that they are loved and are lovable, and they don't have to do much besides be honest. The South Node's in there first, and it's doing like a real ego reset for the Virgos. But on that flip side, since the nodes travel in this magnetized pair, they're always going to be in the same axes. That this is amplifying their relationship sector. This could be the year that they really find love and connection, but they don't have to be the one that manages it and spearheads it like in typical Virgo fashion. Again, this should be in a similar 8th house conversation with Leo. Like this should all be, it's easy. Like we're kind of come back to that Pisces flow.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just stop trying so hard. Virgos is really the, and they're like,
there we go. Yeah, just let go, guys.
Mm-hmm. Live and let live, be and let be.
Yeah.
And for Libra risings, it's gonna be in their 6th house, and since 6th house is about our day to day, and how this is with Pisces, it's like how we live our days is how we live our life. So finding that sacred ritual, finding that practice, and that it might be really fluid and not the same. I think Libras can beat themselves up over that indecisiveness or flightiness that they have, and like back to that perfectionism book that I've been into. It's like, well, why don't we, like, this is you, so like that ain't changing. So why don't we work with this? Like maybe it's not this structured, more Capricorn-y. I do Pilates, then I do my shakes, and I do this. It's like it could be in a more intuitive way of like how you tend to your garden on a regular basis. But actually doing it is the part to come back to.
Yeah, that could be hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's so easy to make the list, but actually getting around to checking it off.
Yeah, following through with what you put on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Yeah, well, and for Libras, like since this is Pisces, like this day-to-day routine can be like pulling a tarot card, journaling, meditation. Like it doesn't have to be so checkbox. It could be like, let's go like manageable goals, right? Like maybe a more weekly to do than a daily to do,
Yeah.
keeping it reasonable for them. Like cute
Listen up,
stickers
Libras.
to track things as well, maybe. Um,
Yes.
and
I love
Scorpio risings, that's their fifth house. And just a reminder that we do need their unique voice in the conversation and not to stress over if how many people are doing what. Again, the south node's then in their 11th house of groups of people. I hear this a lot in both astrology and podcasting and all this stuff of like, oh, I wanted to do this idea, but like there's so many people doing this and this. It's like, but they're not you. And I think that's, with that fifth house and for Scorpios, that fifth house is that place of creativity and art and expression. And so where have you not had an outlet to share your voice? Because it's needed. And I know Scorpios are like, wait, I'm private. I don't know. But it's like, doesn't have to be for monetization either. Maybe for some people it will be, but just to have a space that's just not like work this that. It's like then this art. That's why art is powerful, because it is this other thing that lets us channel and just be.
Yeah, I really like that. I want to take that for myself too.
Yeah, claim it. You're allowed to claim.
Yeah.
And if any messages ring to you, claim. And Sagittarius risings, this is in their fourth house. So, home is going to be a big theme there. So home is whatever your definition of home is. Sagittarius is already our wild child. So I think that home can be wherever in your space you feel there's no judgment. For some people, they might be realizing, I don't know, maybe they do want to keep separate rooms from their partner. Maybe they do want to have a commune with friends. Maybe they do want to do things that aren't necessarily traditional. And I think wherever you feel safe in your home and however that means for you is going to be the really big focus for the next year ahead.
I know somebody with a Sag rising, and that is very on point. So,
I'm like, air out all their business. No, I'm just kidding. Like, tell me everything.
He moved.
Yes, she moved.
They're all moving. I mean, I've seen it with my own two eyes. It's wild.
So she moved and is like still very close vicinity to like her parents. I think she's having like a really hard time like separating both, where it's like, what is my home, like the one that I'm in right now that's mine, that I own, or where my family is, where I still feel a slight bit of attachment to it, but I still want that privacy, but then I feel guilty wanting that privacy and that time away from them. So there's just like this back and forth, and like, yeah, very interesting. So
no, I'm
Sag
like,
rising, if you're listening to this, I'm sure you are. This applies to you.
yes, to the friends. Well, it's like, that's interesting. Now I'm like, hang on, I'm pulling up my Sag rising chart. I mean, I don't know what their deal is otherwise, but so much, that Saturn Aries stuff is also, hitting that fourth, fifth, and then the Taurus Gemini with Uranus is straddling the descendant. I mean, it's really about the home they're making at the end of the day. Like, if whether that's in having a relationship or having children in the future, like they are gonna have to stop being baby, eventually. Not to read your friend, but like the other astrology
So
is
accurate.
is very supportive of like, how long can you be baby? Like, it is, even for people, I know this is a struggle now, especially since people are having children older, that their parents aren't treating them like adults, because it's like they don't treat them like adults until they have kids. But like, then you just need to start making those boundaries in spaces that they can see you as an adult person.
Yes. That's very good advice.
So
sorry.
Yeah, Capricorn rising.
Finally,
third house. The big takeaway with Pisces North Node is learn like you know nothing. Having a beginner's mindset is going to be your friend, and taking off any know-it-all cap and looking at anything like you're just trying it for the first time. Even if it's something you've done before, there's always something new to learn. I think about this with astrology too. I had the other day someone be like, oh my God, I just realized my moon actually makes this aspect to this. And it's like, we can look at this shit 900 times and I will still see something new in a chart. I've seen my own chart that I've seen so many times. So yeah, learn like you know nothing. Come at it in a really pure, open way. And especially if there's something you want to learn, even if you know it, maybe there's like a new style of that you might learn from someone that you really admire and trust.
Oh my gosh, amazing. I love that. I mean, I feel like I kind of have that mentality with this podcast, like us making that comeback. I'm just kind of like, I want this to be like a fresh new start for me and just
Mhm.
kind of like coming in,
Yeah.
being like pretending this is it for the first time, even though I already did it. I'm just doing it a different way. And I'm like kind of happy
Mm.
about that. I don't know.
Mhm. I mean, I had an astrology teacher long ago say like learn like you know nothing, and because it's also just like a vibe of like not even like that you do this or I do this or anyone does this. It's just like it's like when someone sends you a meme and they're like, I've seen that. It's like no one wants to hear that ever. Like just be like thanks, like oh cool or thumbs up it. Like it's that. It's like welcoming in the fresh eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate a thumbs up ass bitch.
No.
No, I'm just like
Okay, a heart.
a heart.
Yeah,
or
a heart's better.
laughing emoji.
Yeah.
Like come on.
Yeah. Thumbs up is kind of dry.
It is.
Yeah.
Sorry, my Saturn and Capricorn just showed. I was like, just a thumbs up will do. Will do
Oh,
on the
sorry.
attack.
She's like, it'll do. It's
Yeah,
cool.
I've seen it before, but I'll still acknowledge you. Aquarius rising, your former rising sign, no
Yeah.
longer. Second house. So it is time to prove to yourself that you're more capable than you give yourself credit for, and that you don't have to keep searching for praise in places that maybe you don't align with as well. So this is really like paving this new road, right? Like second house is how we care for ourselves, make our own money, like bring in our own resources. So, and Aquarius are naturally very inventive. So, yeah, do the damn thing already is very Aquarius rising. Advice, Sereno.
Do the damn thing. I love that.
Hey,
And
you excited for Pisces? She's been waiting.
okay, I know now you've moved, from 11th to 12th sign, waiting for those. So
Not
Pisces
cute.
rising is that North node's in the first house.
Yeah.
Again, maybe corny, and it's been maybe a bit repeated in this time together, but it is following your own dreams versus relying on maybe the false promises of others. That South node is in the 7th house. Nothing's a done deal until it's a done deal, is my advice to the Pisces. Until the ink is dried on a piece of paper, like in the agreement, like not that you can't tell people or get excited at things. I am very superstitious. So maybe, again, this is just coming from me, but this is really like the pursuit of yourself, right? And now we've mentioned all this first house transits. Like, again, it's you and you alone, like out anyone else. And of course, you're going to have partnerships. You're here in a partnership right now. But the more that you do that for you, like where you see yourself going, that also uplifts anything you touch as well.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much
Honestly,
for that.
that
you would,
resonates.
yeah.
Yeah, it does very much.
And we can
Especially-
apply this to love things, possibly, like when that South node in the 7th.
I was like, how long is this South node going to be in my 7th house? I'm already tired of it.
Oh my
Yeah,
I'm already sick of it.
for a bit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
gosh.
Just
Well-
because I keep my eyes open.
Totally. Eyes open, third eye open, and like
Wow.
release the like strong, like the sand stuff. Like it's like my hands off the handlebars, like faith in the process, and just like believing that like the things you want are there for you, and that they'll choose you back.
I love that. I love that.
Yes, definitely needed to have that reiterated.
Yes.
For the umpteenth time this year.
Yeah.
Keep pushing through, and it gets better and better, and it has been, honestly.
That's good.
Yeah, you got this.
It's been slowly transitioning into something that I can see being sustainably, moderately content.
Yeah.
We love
And
it.
eventually happy.
Oh, I love that.
You got it. Oh my god!
Well,
What a
thank you so much
time!
for that. Thank you so much, because like Yeah, you going through all the signs. Thank you, girl. Like that was. I feel so bad. I'm like, is she gonna have a sip of wine? Should she have a sip of water? Like I hope she's her mouth
We're like,
isn't
Oh,
getting
me?
dry.
I'm like, I'm
Yeah. Well,
empty.
did you finish all your wine? You poured a second glass.
No, I had just one.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna go
gosh.
see. I'm gonna go see Shakespeare in the park
Oh.
after
We
this.
do Shakespeare in the Park at Hyde Park.
Oh, they do?
Near my house. Yeah,
Oh
we should
my god,
go.
we should go then.
Yeah,
Okay.
So whimsical
What do you want to go
outing.
see?
I like don't even know. Isn't that
No.
like I?
Like Night's Dream or something.
No, it's one of the like more not popular
Gritty ones.
ones. Yeah, they have like a Shakespeare theater out in Topanga Canyon out here, which is like this beautiful part of LA, like in the mountains. This is like, what am I seeing tonight? I have to like, I'm seeing, what day is it? I'm seeing Dr. Faustus.
Oh, Dr. Faustus. That is intense.
Oh no, I actually don't know.
I
what
don't
that
know.
means.
I really don't know it, but I'm like, it's like free, you know.
Yeah.
I love
We
it.
love
Again,
free.
I'm Cancer rising. I gotta go see new things. Like it's like I'm not gonna Google much about this. Like I'm going with my Renaissance Fair friends, and we're gonna enjoy Shakespeare and all that. But so now I'm a little lubricated, and we'll be off into the woods to watch Shakespeare.
I love that for you. That does sound very whimsical.
Yes, it
Yes,
does.
tourist things, you know.
Yeah, it's fairy things.
Yes. Well, oh my gosh, I'm excited to see all things wine astrology in this reboot era. We were right on time with this new era that's downloading. So
Thank you.
very kismet.
Oh, I'm so
Take
excited.
advantage of the energy. That's what we're trying to do.
Do
this
it.
season.
May I plug?
Yes, I was gonna say, where can the wine astrology astro baddies and daddies find you?
Oh, you can follow me at spaghetti_witch. So spaghetti like the food, witch like a witch, like Salem witch trials. And my Substack is called Star Quality. So it's starquality.substack.com. And it's a podcast and newsletter. So if you want weekly horoscopes, ingress break, I mean, if you want to just know what's up with the sky right now, everything is being broken down over there, whether it's in, bite-sized newsletters or also more deep dive podcasts and sometimes deep dive longer newsletters too, depending on how juicy the transits are. And if you're in LA area, I've been doing more in-person events and workshops and things, and you can just follow me on social and you'll see them all over there as things come up.
Oh my god, guys, please do yourself a favor and follow Stevie. She's absolutely such a vibe.
She
Her
is.
And book a
Instagram is so
reading if
cool.
you'd like more of that. The two, I'm
Yes.
open for consults, and that's all on my website, which is stevies.world, because I chose a confusing URL, but that is what it is. And so, and it's all, I'm sure it'll be linked in the show notes and whatnot. So
Yes,
check me out.
We will link the Substack. We'll link you Stevie's Instagram. We will link you Stevie's.
Also, I've been hitting it hard on TikTok lately too, so I'd love to see you over there. Same handle, spaghetti_witch. Yeah.
Okay, we'll check you out.
Follow you right now.
I've been posting. I'm in my posting era.
We haven't posted anything on TikTok yet.
We're
So
nervous.
I did post every day for 60 days like a maniac, and it works. It grows.
Okay,
Yeah, it does. And guess what? It's always the post you don't think like more than 4 seconds about, like every time. Like just like off the dome, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I've done photo slideshows too, like because I don't always want to like be filming in public. I don't know. Like sometimes I'm like, this is annoying. But not even like a oh my god, excuse me. That was God being like, just start talking in public. Don't be afraid. But like I'm just a conscientious Taurus at the end. I'm like, I'm also live in LA influencer land. Like sometimes I'm like, some things are just like annoying, and that's okay. So like I'll do my little photo slideshows too, and like texts, and it's just making it a fun space. Maybe it's because Instagram's also become like where everyone is. Like TikTok is very Wild West, and like my mom's not there and stuff. So like it's just it's like a new frontier. It's been fun.
So TikTok.
Okay,
I'd love to hear your wine thoughts over on TikTok land.
Oh,
Wine and astro thoughts.
Yeah, we should. I'm so nervous. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm so nervous. There's something about TikTok that like I love being on it. Do I want to be on it? Like I'm not sure yet, but I think for the podcast it's important. So
Yes,
You can go,
let's
you
do
can go
it.
faceless. You can go, it's
Yeah,
like choose your
there's
style
ways.
adventure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll do 1-on-1.
Yeah.
You post, I post.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a team.
Let's
You can like really tackle. Oh my God, well,
but
excited to
yeah,
see you over there.
yes, we'll see each other hopefully soon.
Well, the algorithm will connect us. And obviously we're gonna follow you. Done.
Yes.
Anyway,
Oh, perfect. Okay.
anything you wanted to do?
No, other than like it's so good to be recording this episode with you, Stevie. Like I said, you have such a glow, you have such an energy about you. Like you're such a positive light and energy. So again, like I'm just so happy to like see you and for you to just like come on and like support us for our reboot and just like being here. Like thank you so much.
Oh,
And just for your
thank
like
you.
warm, loving energy and your light.
You all got the goods, so like keep them coming.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Nothing else from us. You know where to find us at Winestrology on Instagram. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave us a 5-star review. Even if you're gonna say something shitty, just leave 5 stars.
Yeah.
Our
like hate those
Spotify
bitches.
rating is like 4.3, and I was just like, who the fuck? And it was one like 2-star review that like tanked everything. But anyway,
Look, we like haters are fans too at the end of the day. So thanks for the attention. Thanks for the streams. Thanks for the algo bump. We'll take it.
Yep.
keep it coming. But yeah, no more low stars, guys. Like keep it classy. 5 stars all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you so much again for everything today, Stevie. Like you're the best.
Thank you guys. Godspeed on the rest of 2025.